separate emails and all that is publicized. But I had, I think it was soon after I came, November 2008, I had set up a helpline, right? This is to be used essentially for after office hours and on weekends, holidays. But you know, as really a measure of additional support, I had said that in case of a genuine emergency, please use it if you need to, even during working hours. Now, I must observe here that unfortunately this helpline is inundated with calls of a most routine nature. You know, calls on seeking most routine information that is already available on the websites and so on. Well, please, my request is, and this is what I have emphasized earlier also, you know, if you are using it for the most routine purposes, you are diverting our staff who are under tremendous pressure given the huge volume of consular work, you know, from attending to a genuine emergency. And in the process, somebody who has a genuine emergency may not be able to get through, right? And, well, the number is 832-283-1568. Anyway, on the aside, I don't know why do I come across some wrong information from time to time. Someone said that, oh, the website of the consulate has incorrect helpline. You see, I mean, I would not even comment on that because for the last 2 years, this phone has been inundated with calls. Please use it only for genuine emergencies. And we have, in cases of genuine emergencies, issued visas, I would say, literally 24/7. And I don't think we have that much time. I could give you, even, you know, off the cuff, a whole host of examples. And there are, of course, emails. There are other telephone calls. Now, on phone calls, Meena ji, let me here also emphasize that there has been some upgradation, a substantial upgradation of the telephone exchange, the telephone system in the last 2 years. But with a community of nearly 500,000, if literally hundreds, if not thousands of people are making calls at those numbers incessantly, I think even a most advanced telephone system would not be able to take all the calls or, you know, all the voicemails. And in the process, you know, several people who cannot get through, they, you know, unfortunately end up with this impression that people are not picking up the phone lines. And it is also not fair because at the other end of the system, in the consulate, you have people working hard. They are working overtime on each of your applications. And all our numbers, including my direct number, incessantly we are getting calls on consular services for the most routine information that is available already with public, and also in many cases, I must say, to be very inquisitive about various stages of processing of an application, you know, which is not the way consular functions are performed. Well, we are here to constantly improve our delivery, to address any genuine concerns, to help our people in any way. But I think this is something your listeners may kindly also suggest to the larger audience. There are emails, and of course there are my standing instructions to my colleagues, and again I say I have an excellent team to respond to emails as swiftly as possible. And people have these various addresses for our different consular services.
In other words, are emails more convenient for the consular staff versus phone?
Certainly,
Yeah.
certainly. I mean, that's to, I think, state the obvious. You see, I mean, you know, I have actually a fair amount of official traveling, given the large area and so on. And I can almost say that in the midst of such hectic tours, I virtually run my office from my BlackBerry.
Gotcha. Yeah, thanks to that. So these days, now another question that a few people have asked is that supposing some Indian person dies in USA and it happens in one of the areas which you service, and how and what role does the consulate play in that situation, and have you handled any such cases?
Yeah, we have handled many such cases. This is very much an important part of our consular services. You see, extending all possible help to Indian nationals in distress, and in fact, it has been my standing advisory to our officials that it should not only be to Indian nationals, but also persons of Indian origin, and that has been done whenever there has been such an unfortunate happening. Channels of communication, I don't think I would reiterate. I've already spoken at some length on that, how to contact and, you know, the emergency situation and so on. You see, our role is as follows. One is that for Indian nationals, in cases where it is the family's wish to repatriate the mortal remains of the deceased to India, there is a death certificate that is issued, and certain documents have to be attested. Now, this has again been done literally on a 24/7 basis.
I see.
Right? Then, as soon as we learn of any such tragedy, you see, the consulate invariably immediately contacts the next of kin, also colleagues, friends of the deceased, also our community, you know, in that part within our jurisdiction, to make, first of all, to convey our condolences, and secondly, to offer all possible help, to make necessary inquiries. There are certain formalities which are not within our domain, but I'll tell you.
Yeah.
You see, these are formalities relating to autopsies.
I see.
You know, by the local medical examiners, medical authorities. These are formalities related to local funeral homes where the mortal remains are kept. Well, those are within the domain of the U.S. authorities and the U.S. organizations. But, you know, even there, in whatever way we can assist in expediting the process, we have been doing it. You know, again, there are so many incidents one can recall. Just a few days back, there's been a colossal tragedy when a senior officer in the Indian government visiting Orlando with his family lost his 6-year-old daughter in a road accident. And, you know, besides my colleagues, I have been personally in contact with him, and, you know, also through the channels that I mentioned. I think it was a few months back. I was in Dallas just for less than a day, and there were back-to-back meetings, and I had gone to a funeral home where the mortal remains of a young man from India who was a student had been kept. There are many examples. You see, an Indian-American professor, Gopi Podila, you might recall, there was this gruesome tragedy where he had been shot while a meeting was going on at the University of Huntsville. Well, till this day we are in contact